everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right into what I like to call the bio revolution. This is that incredible space where biology, technology, and engineering all crash together to solve some of the absolute biggest challenges our world is facing today. So, whether you're already elbow deep in the sciences or you're just really curious about the future of human health and the environment, let's map out your journey. Here is our quick game plan for today. We're going to cover 1. The bio revolution, 2. Diverse career paths, 3. The biotech toolkit, 4. Your educational roadmap, and finally, 5. Future trends and challenges. Let's dive in. Section 1. The bio revolution. Before we get into the weeds of specific roles, we really need to ground ourselves with a fundamental question. What exactly is a biotechnology career? What does it actually mean to work in this space day in and day out? Well, the biggest takeaway here is that it's definitely not just theoretical textbook learning. A career in biotech involves taking biological sciences and cutting-edge tech and mashing them together to develop actual, tangible products and processes. We're talking about using the building blocks of life as engineering tools to literally improve human health, boost our agriculture, and protect the environment. It is hands-on, world-changing work. Section 2. Diverse career paths. What's genuinely wild about this field is the sheer diversity of the problem solvers working behind the scenes. You could be working at the microscopic level as a molecular biologist or genetic engineer, literally editing DNA to improve crops or fight diseases. But hey, if the wet lab isn't your vibe, you could completely skip it and become a bioinformatician, crunching massive biological data sets. Or you could take these discoveries and apply them on a massive scale, like a pharmaceutical scientist developing vaccines, a bioprocess engineer scaling up manufacturing, or an environmental biotechnologist taking on global pollution. And the specialization can get even more targeted. You might focus on living systems as a microbiologist or a stem cell researcher pushing the boundaries of regenerative medicine. You can even apply biology to totally different fields. Imagine being a forensic scientist using DNA fingerprinting to solve actual crimes, or a synthetic biologist designing brand new biological circuits. And of course, if you're a storyteller, we absolutely need science communicators to break down these complex, mind-bending discoveries for the general public. Section 3. The biotech toolkit. To actually land these gigs, you need the right inventory, and it's a real balancing act. On one hand, yes, you absolutely need rigorous technical skills. You gotta master lab techniques like PCR and cell culture, understand modern tech like CRISPR, and know your way around strict GLP and GMP safety standards. But honestly, being a lab wizard just isn't enough anymore. You absolutely must possess the critical thinking, teamwork, and scientific writing skills to actually communicate your groundbreaking findings. If you can't explain your breakthrough, it's like having a superpower you can't use. Section 4. Your educational roadmap. So, how do you actually get there? Your journey typically kicks off with a solid foundation, a bachelor's degree in a core field like molecular biology or biotech. From there, a lot of folks choose to level up and specialize with a master's degree in something like bioinformatics or genetics. Now notice step 3 here. The PhD is completely optional. You really only need to go down that road if your specific goal is to direct a laboratory, lead advanced independent research, or teach in academia. You can launch a hugely impactful career right out of a bachelor's or master's program. Now, if you are currently studying at the master's level, listen up, because this is basically your immediate to-do list. Get your hands dirty with lab techniques and bioinformatics software. Actually, scratch that. Take it a step further. Do yourself a massive favor and learn a bit of programming like Python or R. Biological data analysis is a huge deal right now. And above all else, lock down an internship. Real-world lab experience is exactly what will set you apart from the pack. Once you're officially in the workforce, your career progression can be really systematic. You might start out at the bench as a lab technician or a research assistant, but as your analytical skills mature, you evolve into a scientist running your own independent research and eventually supervise major projects as a senior or principal scientist. From there, the path opens right up to executive leadership roles like director of research, all the way up to chief scientific officer, where you're literally guiding the entire scientific vision of a company. Section 5. Future trends and challenges. This is where things get truly sci-fi. The demand in these emerging fields is just exploding. We are looking at a near future where artificial intelligence and computational biology completely reshape what is possible, especially in AI-assisted drug discovery. We're seeing huge pushes into precision medicine, which tailors treatments to your exact genetic profile, as well as synthetic biology and climate biotechnology. Professionals who can mix wet lab science with computational skills are quite literally going to write the future of this industry. But hey, let's be real for a second. Every great career has its realities. The payoff is incredible. You get high global demand, continuous innovation, and the chance to make an international impact. But the flip side is that because the tech evolves so incredibly fast, you have to commit to lifelong learning just to stay relevant. You'll also be navigating highly competitive funding and an environment that demands absolute precision and strict regulatory compliance. It is highly demanding, for sure, but it is so deeply rewarding. Biotechnology really is the ultimate toolkit for solving some of the most pressing issues of our time, stretching from healthcare all the way to environmental science. So, as you look at this vast, exciting map of the biorevolution, I want to leave you with one final question. Which of these real-world challenges are you going to solve on your career journey? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep innovating, and I'll see you next time.